Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm Richard Piacentini. I'm the Executive Director for Phipps Conservatory and Botanical Gardens, and we're really thrilled to have Tim Beatley from the University of Virginia, who's head of the Biophilic Cities movement, and our own Mayor Bill Peduto here to share with you some exciting news for our city. And I'd like to start off by inviting Tim Beatley up to make a special announcement for us.
Okay, great. Hi, nice to meet you. It's great to be here, and as with so many of the sort of trips I make, it's quick and much too quick, and I came in late last night. However, I did get up this morning and I did some walking along the Monongahela River, and really impressive. Started at South Shore Riverfront Park and walked saw the new park on the river there, and then walked across the hot iron pedestrian bridge. Really impressive. And I have the photos to show you later. I mean, just incredible numbers of people walking and bicycling over the bridge and along the river. It's a beautiful day. You look all around, and trees. So I would say this is a biophilic city. So we've been talking about this idea, pushing forward this idea of cities as biophilic, and biophilia, this word that E.O. Wilson really helped to popularize, that refers to our innate connections to nature, that we're really drawn to all things natural light, living vegetation, trees. And we believe that this is absolutely essential to living a healthy life, to being productive, to having a meaningful existence. It's not something optional, it's something absolutely essential. And it's not something that you can just get on a vacation in the summer or on the weekend. It has to be integrated into our daily lives. It has to be all around us in the neighborhoods in which we live. So that's the main message. We started something called the Biophilic Cities Project about 5 years ago. We had 10 partner cities that were helping us understand what it means to be a biophilic city. And about 3 years ago, we launched this thing we've been calling the Biophilic Cities Network. We're gaining traction, and we've had a couple of high visibility cities this summer join: Washington, D.C., Edmonton, Canada. We had a couple of major celebratory events in those cities over the summer. But this is really terrific. We're really excited to announce that Pittsburgh has joined the network and is now a designated biophilic city in the network. Virginia. So this is sort of a placeholder certificate, and we have aspirations of having a frame that would be artistically illustrated, or would have flora and fauna native to Pittsburgh. But in the meantime, this is our logo, and I want to give this to you to display somewhere. We're really happy that Pittsburgh has joined that. Very excited to have you involved in this. And the network, we're still working on how it functions, but you are joining a group that includes cities like Singapore, Wellington, New Zealand, and Victoria in Spain, and Birmingham in the UK, and they are already developing relationships and working together, and we hope that we're looking forward to you joining that group of mayors and others in those cities working hard to make their cities more natureful. So thank you very much. Thank you, Greg.
We've actually been working with Singapore quite closely on technology and a couple of other initiatives, and have joined a group that involve several of the other cities as well as cities like Portland, Oregon, and my friend Charlie Hale, who pushes the envelope quite a bit when it comes to environmental issues. Being a part of a Biophilic Cities network means that the attention that we're going to be placing towards major issues such as air quality, the quality of our water, and how we use our land will be central to the decisions that city government will make. We have a chief resilience officer, Grant Irvin, who serves a purpose that was created by our becoming one of the 100 resilient cities in the Rockefeller Foundation. Our goal is to enhance his role, to be able to be more involved with city planning, to be able to have more of a say within the way that we grow the city. And you may have walked along the river and not even noticed as you were coming back across, but to your east, Pittsburghers are really bad with north, south, east, west. We didn't grow up in a grid, but towards your east would be was just a mountain. That in July became the largest city park and one of the largest parks in any city in the United States in the past 50 years. 670 acres, which will remain pristine forest for its future. And our goal is to increase the tree canopy. Our goal is to see it become the majority of the city by 2030. Our initiatives that we're undertaking with our combined sewer overflow will not be just to build bigger pipes, but to be able actually to restore the natural environment of the streams and the valleys and the ponds in neighborhoods that don't have any green, and to be able to see that as part of our land use development strategy. Our goal with cleaning our air, we may have made further strides than any city on earth. We created the first Clean Air Act in American history, 20 years before Congress even talked about it, but we still have poor quality air, and we still have a long journey to go. And one other thing I want to say about clean water is it was a native daughter who came from just up the Allegheny River who had the courage to march up the steps of Congress to talk about the pesticides that were destroying our water quality, and that was Rachel Carson. And it's upon her shoulders that we stand as proud Pittsburghers. We have already adopted a policy within our Department of Public Works to end the use of pesticides in the city. And a lot of people would have thought that there would have been a pushback from the workers who now have to pull weeds by hand. But the workers were carrying 40-gallon jugs of poison on their backs, and they were breathing it and spraying it, then going home and hugging their daughter with it. And they understood and knew the dangers that were inherent with it as well. So we have a lot of work to do. Being a part of the Biophilic Cities network will help us to realize those goals that we have set for ourselves in our own 2030 plan. It will help us to be able to coordinate the efforts of all the great organizations that work in the city of Pittsburgh on a daily basis in order to see these done. And it will do what Davy Lawrence set out to do back in the 1940s, to make Pittsburgh a shining example of how a post-industrial city can take care of its air, take care of its water, but most importantly, take care of its people.
Thank you, Mayor Peduto, and thank you, Tim. This is really an exciting time for us. When we first heard about the Biophilic Cities movement, we said, this is a natural for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh already is a great natural place to be, and with the mayor's vision of what we know what he wants the city to become, it just seemed like this is something that we really should pursue. So we're really excited that the city is taking this initiative. I'd like to thank all the people in the city that we work with, also the members of our Biophilia network who meet monthly here at Phipps to talk about how can we make greater connections to nature, for all their brainstorming and support and helping us move this initiative through. It's a really exciting time. We're excited to be a part of this. And it's going to be something I think that's going to be really great for our city and all the opportunities to network with all the other cities around the world that see this as being important too. So thank you all very much for joining us today. And let's look for a much brighter and greener Pittsburgh. Thank you.